Welcome to Impact Headlines. China new loans expand at an all-time high. Oil prices down. Eurozone economy bottoming out. AI and blockchain news update. New bank loans in China jumped to an all-time high in January as banks extended 4.92 trillion yuan or $683.7 billion, up from 1.17 trillion yuan in December. This development comes as the central bank stepped in to help a hurting economy, reinforcing expectations of more incentives in coming months. Luo Yongfeng, economist at Howard Securities, said that January bank lending is stronger than expected, which will support the real economy. In 2023, the Chinese economy grew by 5.2%, while the IMF forecasts a growth of 4.6% in 2024. Impact on Sri Lanka. A weaker Chinese economy offers decreased investment opportunities in the form of FDI to Sri Lanka. China is important for Sri Lankan exports and tourism, contributing positively for the overall economic growth. In 2023, close to 70,000 Chinese travellers visited Sri Lanka, although still lower than the 250,000 prior to the COVID pandemic. According to ING analysts, the Eurozone economy is bottoming out as it escaped a technical recession, with the European Central Bank expected to start cutting rates from June this year as inflation eased to 2.8% in January from 2.9% in December, inching closer to the 2% target. According to the European Central Bank, wages are the single most important variable in determining whether it can start cutting interest rates and call time in the fight against high inflation. The Eurozone is expected to grow by 0.5% in 2024, with a pickup to 1.4% in 2025. Impact on Sri Lanka. The Eurozone is a key market for both Sri Lankan exports and tourists. The recessionary situation can further hinder Sri Lanka's already falling export earnings and also discourage European traveller spending, negatively affecting the BOP. Oil prices fell to $81.76 per barrel, down 0.5%. The recent drop came as Israel concluded a series of strikes in southern Gaza, Palestine, easing concerns about supply disruptions. Meanwhile, U.S. energy firms increased domestic production to the highest level since December 2023. Despite this, a Federal Reserve official said that Fed had no interest in recommending an interest rate cut, adding to the chorus on further reining in inflation. Impact on Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's high dependency on oil imports means changing prices significantly affects its balance of payments. While the country's foreign exchange reserves have improved in recent months, they remain dangerously low. Spot Bitcoin ETFs have amassed 192,000 Bitcoins since their launch a month ago, as investors look to gain exposure to the crypto market. Marcus Levin, head of operations at XY Labs, said that over time we have seen Bitcoin becoming an increasingly more distributed network in terms of the number of holders and their coins. Meanwhile, Rick Ryder, BlackRock's global head of allocations, hinted at increasing their allocation to Bitcoin. Impact on Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka still does not accept the trading or usage of cryptocurrency legally, resulting in an informal market for it. But the acceptance of the currency in the US will signal for wider acceptance of the technology and currency globally, including Sri Lanka. And that's a wrap for this week. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated on the latest developments in Sri Lanka.